Now, I want to talk about this. Now, I don't have any problem with Kai Cenat. I don't have any issue with Kai Cenat. I don't have any problems with anybody that makes content. Because, I mean, why the fuck would I? I mean, it's not like I know anybody. This is not to make Kai Cenat out to be this bad person. This is not to tarnish his image. This is just truth. Um, Streamer University. I know you guys are like, well, what are you about to say? Because did you not apply? Do you not have a video up on your channel about applying at Streamers University? Yes, I did apply for fun. If you were to look at my application and you would have seen the shit that I said, you would have already knew, yeah, this nigga's not getting in. My nigga, I forgot what they had. I'll just give y'all a little bit of insight. I applied for the application, and the nigga said, explain how your roommate would describe you less than 3 sentences. And I made a joke about how they ran out of funding for a paragraph. And then at the bottom, nigga said something about what would be something you would like to eat at lunch. And I said, your mother's home cooking. So at the end of the day, my nigga, I was not getting in that motherfucking college. I was not getting in there, my nigga. I wasn't. It just wasn't happening. Nigga said if you could start if you could start a classroom or if you could teach a subject, what would it be? I said motionology. And then after that I put I'm gonna teach you how to hit a lick on the universe. So my nigga, I did not take that shit serious. It was completely for fun. I didn't actually give a fuck or care to get accepted or declined. Other than that, the video that I put out, the freestyle. Well, you know, I just like freestyling, and of course, the most obvious reason for why I got into the little streamer university bullshit, which this is just simply a paradox, um, is because content. But you know, duh, like why the fuck else? Everybody else talking about it. I wanted to talk about it too. That video that it got a little bit of views on there, so it did. You know, it did. I still wasn't really shit. But here's why I'm speaking on Streaming University. This is what I actually want to say. I'm speaking on this because Streamer University, this is not sincere. There's nothing genuine about it. This is not actually to help small creators. And I feel like anybody that's oblivious to that are absolutely fucking stupid. This is not to help any small creators. This is not to help people that actually need it. This is just a money grab. It's just for money. It's for money. It's to help other streamers that are already on some sort of level in the internet where they have some sort of buzz going on, but not really help anyone that's small time. Are you like, I'm going to be honest, are you dumb? Do you think people, right, from random walks of life that have channels that only have 100, 1,000, 40 something subs, maybe 10,000, right? Do you think that these people actually really stood a chance? They were only accepting only 150 students to get to the school. And amongst those 150 students, do you know how many streamers and content creators that already have some sort of skin in the game and have some sort of following applied for the university? They weren't gonna accept nobody that doesn't actually have any community. They wasn't gonna accept anybody that actually didn't have any sort of they didn't have any sort of merit or hold any weight on that platform. If you are a YouTuber that's 45 subs deep, let me just use myself, or let's say you're 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subs in, and you're only getting 1,000 views on average, 2,000 views on average. Why would they choose you? You don't bring any money. They can't. There's nothing that they can go off. You don't have a fan base. You don't have anything that they can use of substance. You're not a beneficiary. And did you really think that them putting you on stream with them, which how are they gonna do that? Them putting you on stream with them is going to actually get you a buzz? Do you think that's actually going to put you in position? No. You know what's going to happen? One of the people that might, we don't even know, might be a small content creator. One of the people, which, how much you want to bet? I'm calling it right now. How much you want to bet the people that do get the most shine when they do start doing the streaming university content? How much you want to bet those motherfuckers already had they already had about maybe, about 50, 100,000 subs and was already popping on the internet. So they're not technically a small content creator now, are they? How much you want to bet? But other than that, even if that does happen, Kai Cenat and them is not just gonna give you something. No, nigga. You're gonna have to join something. You're gonna have to be a part of a couple AMP videos. Next thing you know, whoever wins, Kai Cenat is telling them to join the content house with Rakai and Ray and Tylil and Punga and Dez and whoever the fuck else is in there. So not only are you guys gullible and you fall for anything, because what makes you think that small content creators were actually gonna get a real chance if you're not actually bringing anything to the table because you're so small time, you're non-existent. And how are they going to get a channel? Let's just put it like this. How are they going to get a channel of small content creators and turn it into a streaming monolith? Not even a streaming monolith. How are they going to turn that person into someone that can be successful on stream? How can they turn that small content creator into a successful streamer and all they have is just a couple weeks, if not, as a matter of fact, no. Kai Cenat is only flying you out, supposedly, quote unquote, flying you out. He's only flying you out to this campus for a weekend, my guy. How are they going to be able to make a small content creator a successful streamer in the span of a weekend, my brother? They're not. That's not happening. You're not going to become a successful streamer just in a weekend because you got a couple clips with Kai Cenat. And Kai Cenat and whoever else is there, they're not going to be over here individually, with somebody. Or, as a matter of fact, no, they're not going to be. I said that wrong. They're not going to be over here with a whole group of people and everybody. No, it's going to be select individuals that do content with these people, such as the people that Kai Cenat, the other big streamers and content creators. It's only going to be select individuals that's actually going to be able to get a real shine. Most of the people that's going to be at that college is going to leave that college with nothing. Yeah, you might have got flown out for free. And yeah, you may have got an experience to be around all these people. But what the fuck is the point of having experience to be around all these content creators and streamers if you didn't get nothing out of it other than being fan fucked and glorifying these niggas and fanning the fuck out and foaming out the mouth, seething because you met your most famous motherfucker on social media. Because you met your most favorite content creator. What else are you getting out of going to this place other than getting absolutely dicked out? Looking like a fucking groupie. So you go here, spend a weekend with all these streamers, leave, and you went and you leave and you left with what you came with? The same amount of subs? Same amount of views? Barely got any promo. It's not happening. It doesn't even matter if y'all do a whole group effort. Most motherfuckers that over 150 students, over 100 if not more, ain't gonna make it. And I don't mean make it in the sense on their own. I mean make it in the sense that they're not gonna make anything from this experience other than, oh, I'm fanned the fuck out. This is a money grab. None of it makes sense. And I can't believe people actually took this shit seriously. I've seen a clip of Kai Cenat bumping into one of the people that applied. And the nigga told him he was praying every night to get accepted. You were praying every night to get accepted to something that was already gonna fail for you and anybody like you in your position by default from the beginning. This wasn't set up to. It was set up for you to fail. My nigga, 1,000,000 applications? Let's really talk about the obvious. It was set up for you to fail. I don't see how people didn't see this. It was obvious. 1,000,000 applications? Not just 1,000,000 applications, but they were only accepting only 150 students? That's a big ass college. You niggas couldn't accept more than that? Do you know how many people colleges hold? Not 150. Not even your high school holds 150. Your high school holds, the average high school holds like 3,000 kids, 4,000 kids. Colleges hold up to like 50,000, 100,000 fucking kids. You guys are only accepting 150 students. Why the fuck couldn't you guys accept at least 50,000 students? Now, if they would have said on the application or when you was filling it out that they were accepting 50,000 to 100,000 students, that would make a lot more sense to me. That would make it a lot more less of a money grab to me. I wouldn't find something suspicious about that because then that's a lot more fair. You get a lot more fair chance. 1,000,000 applications? Only 150 students? That's the worst ratio I've ever heard in fucking history. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. Why you niggas got 1,000,000 applications when you knew Kai Cenat, his PR team, and everybody that set this shit up knew they were going to get that many. They knew that a lot of people wanted to do this. And they said, oh, but we're going to only accept 150 of them. Huh? I don't know. That sounds stupid and fishy to me. You tell me. So then, you didn't at least have the mental capacity to say, hold on, 1,000,000 applications, we got a big ass college. How about instead, let's accept 100,000 of them. Let's make it a lot more fair. Let's make it a lot more acceptable. Let's make it a lot easier for actual small content creators and people that want to get in by creating a bigger pool of acceptance. No, they didn't. Streamer University, whoever Kai Cenat, first of all, Kai Cenat is not the one that's running this shit. Okay, the nigga doesn't even know who gets declined or accepted. And I'm about to show y'all something. But before I get into that though, this was set up to be damn near impossible. Whoever set this up and created this with Kai Cenat, first of all, he didn't have much say so. So that's why I said I'm not putting this against Kai Cenat, because Kai Cenat definitely didn't had really much say so. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the one that was really running all of this. I'm pretty sure all he did was probably put in a little money to it. But other than that, Kai Cenat is not the one running this. He's not the one controlling all this shit. I'll say this. I'll admit this. If it was up to Kai Cenat and Kai Cenat had the resources, I'm pretty sure Kai Cenat would want to invite 350,000 students. You feel me? As a matter of fact, other than that, hold on. Let's get into it. Not only is he not running this, and not only do the people who are running it and the people that set this up, including Kai Cenat, because although I know Kai Cenat, I'm not saying Kai Cenat has bad intentions. And although I do feel like Kai Cenat, if it was up to him, he would make sure that this was a better opportunity for people. And this would be more accessible to people that are smaller content creators and not accessible to everybody. Because at the end of the day, this was going to, I don't know how people didn't see, but this was going to absolutely put small content creators in a shadow. This wasn't going to actually help small content creators. So at least not to a point where it actually matters or it actually has any sort of value. Like, yeah, you help two. Let's say you help one person. Wooty fucking who? That's nothing. So not only that, but Streamer University, like I'm trying to get out, it was set up to be almost impossible for you to join in the first place. There was a reason why this shit was only 150 deep that could be allowed. And the nigga just dropped this out of nowhere. An ad Talked about it in February, I heard. Dropped it now. Out of nowhere. Nigga drops an application. First of all, the application that they knew people would not have much of a chance to be able to get in because everybody was gonna flock to that application simultaneously. So anybody that wasn't even a second quicker than whoever else around the globe, their chances of getting accepted was as a matter of fact negative fucking 10%. If you was even a second late being the first one or one of the first people to get to the application, you were fucked. And majority of the people, a lot of people was, let's just say this, majority of people, a lot of them was a second late. So this was set for failure for a lot of people from the beginning, from the jump. From the jump, this was set to nothing but failure. And I gotta be honest, Kai Cenat still had a part to play in it. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. Why? Because this is here where I get into the other topic. There was people saying, oh, I don't think it's a bad idea, or I don't think it's bad that they're accepting people that are already big streamers and content creators at Streamer University. Yes, it is. Because they're only inviting over 150 students. And then you got probably 50, 100 content creators that are already in the sphere, that already have a buzz, that are applying. And first of all, they have better editing. They have more resources. They actually have an audience. They have a community. They also have networking, and they had know people that even Kai Cenat know in the sphere of social media, of content creation. So they have networks. They're connected to people. These people have better quality. These people have cams. These people are on stream already averaging probably thousands of views. So it's unfair. It's unfair. So when these people are applying for these applications, and you got to put a link in the application on a clip or something that made you go viral, whatever it is, you got all these streamers that want to apply that already made it big or made it some way in the internet, and they're dropping viral ass clips that probably was whatever years ago that Kai Cenat or people that he's with are fans of. So guess what happens? There's called something biasy. Now there's going to be a lot of bias. A lot of bias for the big content creators against the small content creators. Because I don't give a fuck what you say. There is nothing good about saying, yo, we're going to give you an opportunity as a small content creator to join this so and so and so. But also, hold on, wait. Forgot to mention, you're going up against big streamers and content creators that got way more than you and could do more than you, and we're also going to be able to accept them as well. So, wait, hold on. We're not going to tell you this part, but more than likely, we're going to accept one of the big content creators, and you're going to be overlooked. How much you want to bet? In that school, it's going to be a handful of big streamers and content creators. You search up probably about how much you want to bet? You could search up probably about 80 to 95 of those content creators in that campus, and you'll find all of them got a buzz on the internet. All of them got a little bit of motion going on. How much you want to bet? I'm calling this shit right now. Mark my fucking words. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? It's actually not really going to be any small content creator. Barely. You'll probably barely find a nigga that got 10,000 on there. Because even though he got 10,000 subs, nigga ain't make the cut. And as I said, even if there are small content creators there, they might as well not even go in the first place, because most of them is not even going to get any benefit from this shit. Guess who will, though? Kai Cenat, Mr. Beast, the motherfuckers that's trying to sign up for professors. Nobody is going to give a fuck about the students. Everybody's going to be there to watch Kai Cenat and all the other big streamers there. That's why I said it's a money grab. Because it's a place to invite a whole bunch of big streamers to do what? To make money. You think just because Mr. Beast is there, that don't mean that this is still a money grab? The fuck? I don't give a fuck. Because this is different. This is not Mr. Beast. This is not Mr. Beast doing. He ain't got no control of this. This is Kai Cenat doing this. Mr. Beast is just somebody that Kai Cenat wants to invite. So if Mr. Beast does accept the invitation to go, fuck you think is gonna happen? He just gonna be another content big ass streamer with by the way, over 100 million subs. For all this, Kai Cenat, you should have just left it to Mr. Beast to do this. I don't know why the fuck you're doing it. If this is a money problem and Kai Cenat don't have enough funds to get enough people and to actually have people actually have an opportunity and give enough people a chance, then nigga, you should have never did this anyway. That's why I said this is a money grab. He did this shit simply for money. Because there's no way he actually thought he was going to help people that actually need it. No. But he damn sure knew that he could get the big streamers and a lot of the big content creators to join. Because if a lot of big streamers and a lot of big content creators join, then that's a collab. And when you get a big collab, you get a lot of views. And when you get a lot of views on stream, you get a lot of donations. You get a lot of donations, you get a lot of clips. You get a lot of clips, you get a lot of trends. You get a lot of trends, you get viral. You get a lot of viral, you get people making hella fucking bank. You get all these channels, views getting increased. Subscriber counts getting increased. Likes on their channels getting increased. Their Instagram pages getting increased. I heard even OnlyFans models wanted to join. I heard even Instagram models wanted to join Streamer University. How much you want to bet they're going to let Instagram models and OnlyFans models join before they let your ass with only 10,000 subscribers join? And the reason why I want to use 10,000 subscribers is because that's considered a small content creator. How much you want to bet you with 10, 15, 20,000 subs, they'll have a bitch that show her ass on Instagram, flexing her cheeks, getting the suntan, having a nigga wiping that shit down, wax off, wax on like Mr. Miyagi with some motherfucking sunscreen. How much you want to bet she'll be invited to be on, to be in a streaming university than you? How much you want to bet they're gonna bend the rules? How much you want to bet it's not just gonna be 150 students? It's gonna be a whole bunch of other people that. First of all, how much you want to bet it's not just gonna be 150 students? They're actually going to increase they're going to actually increase the amount of number of people that could be there. Why? Because they want to cram in girls off Instagram, girls off OnlyFans, girls that are Insta models, girls that are on TikTok, niggas that are on TikTok, people that right? How much you want to bet that 150 is probably going to be more like 300, 400 and something? Because the rest of the people are big streamers or content creators that are from content houses, that are from TikTok and got millions and millions of followers on TikTok. Niggas that them TikTok motherfuckers that their pages are famous off of drama, relationships, going ratchetness, fucking the nigga's man, getting shit with this guy, getting shit with that girl. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? When we look at the screen, you going to see bitches barely clothed, half-ass, butt-ass naked, wearing fishnet see-through dresses at a fucking college campus. And let's remind ourselves, this is in Atlanta. This shit ain't actually going to be professional. Let's just keep it an absolute $150. So not only that this was set up for absolute failure, but another thing that I want to touch on is Kai Cenat is really not in control. He's not. And the reason why I say it's a money grab is because the people that are putting this together, they're spending money. They're putting in resources. So if you don't think that when you come, you got to be some big star or somebody that actually has or holds weight on the internet. You're ignorant. Not only that, but you're gullible and you're easily swayed because they need to make that money back. They invested in this. And what do you do when you make an investment? You make an investment so you could get back revenue. Um, I don't know if y'all know this, but if you a small content creator, you ain't gonna be able to make them shit. Here's what I wanted to show y'all. I don't know who the fuck Derek True is, but this is his post. You could go to his I guess you could go to his page on his X. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I'm trying to be better at giving people their credit when I do content. So go to his page, Derek True. There's his name. He's on Twitter. Whatever the fuck. Anyway, so this is what I was talking about. You have to actually be somebody to join Streamer University in Atlanta, Georgia. Why? Because, like I said, they made an investment. And since they made an investment, they expect that investment to make them back dividends. And if you're not somebody, you're not going to get accepted. You're not. How much you want to bet? One of the main deciding factors on the application is how many subscribers that you have. Why do you think that they have that? And you have to answer that question. How much you want to bet? One of the biggest deciding factors for you being allowed into Streaming University Atlanta, Georgia, is the amount of subs you have. Once you put the amount of subs you have, that 150, that shit drops down to damn near 1 real quick. Because there's a lot of people, 1 million people signed up for the application, and damn near about 1 million people got declined. Well, duh, it makes sense because majority of people that signed up, their subscriber count is absolutely shit, like mine's. So since they see that, they know you're not monetized. Especially if you're not even monetized, you definitely not getting accepted in Streaming University. And you know how many motherfuckers on YouTube that ain't monetized? You definitely not getting accepted in Streamers University. You can't even make no little bit of coin on your own. What the fuck makes you think that you're gonna be able to get into Streaming University when they want their investment back? No. So this is exactly why they want to invite big streamers. And they said, we're going to look out for you small content creators. Yeah, fuck you guys. Hey, so all the big streamers, what's good, nigga? We're throwing a big-ass college campus party. We're going to have a frat party. There's going to be a bunch of drinks, bad bitches there. Invite all the Instagram models. Who really gives a fuck about the small content creators? How much you want to bet that they're going to have a whole separate, different place where they have all the big streamers and content creators doing content and having fun and going crazy, throwing parties, and the motherfuckers that's doing small content is going to be left alone? How much do you want to bet they're going to be left alone to try and get some success off of just being at the college? The small content creators, if there even will be any, how much you want to bet that they're just going to be left alone and just trying to get success off of being at the college while all the big streamers and YouTubers or content creators don't interact with them? Don't really do collabs with Kai Cenat probably gonna fuck around, and let's be honest, nowhere be found. And if he is gonna be everywhere, all eyes are gonna be on him. All these big streamers and content creators are gonna take the shine. It doesn't matter even if you're a star, and if you're a star out of all of those people, since you're a small content creator, if there will even be any there, you're going to get overlooked by all the other content creators that they invited that already has skin in the game. It's just a fact. Because, let's be honest, when the big content creators and streamers are there, the relationships and the connections and the bonds and the conversations and the interactions that the big streamers and the content creators are gonna have with each other is what the people are gonna want to see. They're not gonna want to see them interact or have any bond or whatever the fuck with the content creators that came to get an opportunity because they ain't make it yet, and they wanna find a way to you know promote their channel that's struggling, their small YouTube channel, their small content, their small streaming channel that they get only 100, they get 100, 300 people coming in to watch, maybe 1,000, sometimes at max. What the fuck did y'all think was gonna happen? They don't want to see that. People are not going to be that invested in it. Maybe some people will, but no, people are going to be there for, oh my gosh, Kai Cenat just interacted with one of the girls that's a big streamer. Oh my goodness, I think she wants him. Oh my gosh, holy shit, something went down with the streamers at the university in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh my gosh, a whole bunch of drama is now coming out. Boom, we eat. Something just went down at the college. It burned down. Something happened. They had to postpone it. The 150 students couldn't make it. They had to get flown back. Oh no, they actually had to cut it short. It couldn't be for a whole weekend that they had to stay. They only was able to stay for 4 days. I mean, they was only able to stay for however many days. That was less than a weekend. I'm sorry, my math is bad, y'all. I was never good at math. How much you want to bet something like that is going to happen? Niggas is not going to give a fuck about them small content creators. This is for a money grab. It's that simple. And even if you don't want to put it like that, that it's for a money grab, at the end of the day, it still is. At the end of the day, this is not genuine. This is not to actually help small content creators. Because I'll tell you this, if Kai Cenat or whoever his team is actually wanted to help small content creators, it wouldn't be them renting out a fucking Streamers University college and putting out applications that literally everyone on the planet is going to want to file. If they actually wanted to help out small content creators, they would actually set up something where small content creators wouldn't get absolutely bombarded by everybody else and be in the shadow and have a high likelihood and chance of not being accepted. Who the fuck thought it was a good idea to help small content creators by telling them to fill out a fucking college application to get accepted? Nigga, this is not Harvard, you bitch ass niggas. This is not Harvard. What are we doing here? This was a terrible way to get people to actually have an opportunity. It's to get small content creators to actually have a way to be able to make it. This was terrible. There was nothing actually. This is not a good idea. I don't know anybody that actually knows how to do shit, how to think and have logic in life that would say this was a good idea. I don't think this was thought out at all. I think this was absolutely stupid. And this is just something to get lit. That's it. To turn up during the summer. This is not genuine. There's nothing genuine about this. I think this was an absolutely lazy way of trying to look out for the community. Quote unquote quote. This was a lazy way to try and look out for the community. And not only that, but I just hate to say it. Kai Cenat was getting backlash about being fake and just doing things for money. And then this happens. Is this something to keep up an image? I don't want to allege anything, but I'm just saying it's very suspicious. You thinking that renting out a college like a fucking Airbnb and telling people to apply for an application that is impossibly difficult to even get accepted is going to make you look like some sort of you for the people? You a for the people ass nigga? Now, although I don't dislike Kai, I gotta be honest with that nigga. And I'm gonna be honest with anybody on this planet. I don't sugarcoat shit. Nigga, this is not gonna make you look like you're for the people. But as a matter of fact, it maybe work because a lot of people They accepted it. I'm going to just keep it a buck. If this streamer university thing was actually for and genuinely for to help out small content creators, which it never was, that's basically what I'm trying to explain to you guys. This was never to genuinely at all in any shape or form to help out small content creators. Kai Cenat and his team just threw that in there to make themselves look somewhat pleasing. I'm pretty sure they just threw that in there. Just to throw it in there to make it look good. To dress it up. Make it look a little sexy. Guys, if we get... Here it is. I got you guys. The team in Kai Cenat are saying, guys, let's not just say we're opening up a college campus for streamers and content creators. Let's say we're opening up a college campus for streamers and content creators that are struggling and are small content creators and streamers, and we're going to be the ones to help them get a buzz and promote their channels. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wait, why is that a good idea? Oh my gosh, Ron, you're so stupid. Okay, I'll explain it to you. The reason why it's a good idea is because if we get the masses, the majority, which is the people that are not famous on YouTube that are making content created and or streamers, then that means we'll have more people wanting to come and fill out the application, which then means we'll have more people that can possibly give us back the amount of money and resources and give us more fame and entertainment value for our channels and for other big streamers and big content creators channels. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use this how can I say this? Use this aspect of portraying ourselves and portraying the streamers and content creators as teachers and professors and students so that it could be a different and more sporadic entertainment value that will draw the viewers in, because this will be a unique experience, a unique thing done that all of the big content creators and big streamers can capitalize off of. Who doesn't want to watch big streamers and big content creators be students in a college streaming on campus and professors in classrooms streaming as professors on campus? This will completely revolutionize and rebrand and give us and it will make streaming for big streamers and content creators, not small streamers and content creators. This will give big streamers and big content creators a new way of being able to trend. If there was a small streamer or if there was a big streamer or big content creator that was struggling, or maybe it wasn't as trending now, we could get them to trend again. And then when we get these big streamers and big content creators to trend, and we get all these big streamers and content creators to have all this content that they can have and create by allowing some people outside to come into the college, 150 students allegedly, we're going to make a whole bunch of fucking money. We're going to make a whole bunch of money. We're going to hit a whole bunch of headlines. We're going to be all over the articles. As you can see, Streaming University was one of the biggest things that came out in this month of May. Or whatever when it came out. Huge. Everybody was reacting to that shit. Everyone and their mom. As you can see. So, this is a very thought out and logical plan, and it makes a lot of sense. It's very tactical, because it's like the reason why they wanted that many people, and the reason why they want small content creators, quote unquote, to go to college is just so they could provide content for the big streamers and content creators. Basically, in simplest terms, they're using the alleged people that are small content creators as pigs. They're using you as content. That's it. You're just being used as content, my guy. You're being used as content for the streamers that actually have skin in the game. Because when you're a student and let's say you're acting a fool or you're trying to put out your personality in this college campus and you're on stream with all these big streamers and big content creators and you're not one, they're going to be able to eat off of your actions. They're going to be able to eat off of the clips that they get from you because they're not going to be posting those clips on your channel. They're going to be posting those clips on their channel. They're not going to be um they're not going to be putting that shit up on TikTok and the YouTube Reels and Twitter and Facebook on your channel or on your page. They're going to be doing it for their channel and their page. They may give you a little something, but they ain't gonna be shit. As a matter of fact, that is gonna be the little bit of something. The little bit of something is them recording you making a fool of yourself. The little bit of something is them having you on stream, on their stream, for their content and getting content out of you. And then they'll sit there and turn around and tell you, oh no, this is helping you too, because you giving me content, they're gonna give you they're going to want to follow and they're going to want to check out your channel. Nope. That's not how it works. That's like the equivalent of somebody rating my stream. Let's say Kai Cenat with 100,000 viewers. Nigga, I only got 35 people watching my stream. 35 people watching my stream, 900, 1,000 people that are following me on Twitch. That's like him rating me with 100,000 viewers. And after that, well, that's cool. But after that, nigga, I'm not keeping none of them. Thank you for rating me, but it didn't do anything. I probably only got 500 more people, maybe a couple donations, if that. Views went up. But after that, once they leave, it's like, no thank you. Nigga gave me a handicap, and I couldn't even be able to use the crutch. I don't know, that's stupid. So if I can't really do anything with these 100,000 viewers that you just rated me with out of random, which you shouldn't have because this is not actually going to help me in the long run. This is only temporal, very temporal, like a couple minutes temporal. Like let's say I got 35 people watching me, only 1,000 people following me, and nigga, I'm playing an old ass video game. Nigga, I'm playing Left 4 Dead or some shit. I'm playing GTA Online. I'm playing Marvel Rivals. I'm playing NBA 2. Like, what the fuck? I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm playing Fortnite. You know damn well I'm not going to be able to keep all of them. I'm not going to be able to keep any of them. After that night ends, the next day, I'll be going right back down to 35 viewers. That's the equivalent to what they're doing here. Some of these small content creators, quote unquote, might get something, but it ain't gonna last, and it ain't gonna make shit different for their lives at all. This was a clear money grab. This Streamer University shit was not for small content creators. This was only for people that are big content creators and streamers. That's what it was for. This was not for you. Let me see how long I've been recording. This was not for you at all. It never was. You're only able to be allowed to go there so you can benefit the big streamers and the big content creators, not to really benefit you and your content and your channel or whatever platform you're on. I promise you. You're there to just be used, my guy. You're there to add content for the big streamers and content creators. That's what you're going to be there for. If y'all even get there, if even that is true. You will be used for content, my nigga. Like taking an animal to the slam. Nigga, you being used to get turned into pork chops and bologna. They cutting your shit up, nigga. They turning you into hamburgers. It's just like the cows being led to the flock. I mean to the it's just like the cows being led it's just like no, I'm saying it wrong. It's just like when they lead the cattle. You're just cattle that are being led for other people's benefit and not necessarily really yours. That's what Streamer University is. So whoever actually is running this shit, they had really no intentions of actually, really changing anybody's lives, which is crazy because that's pretty much what they're implying. They're pretty much implying, yo, you come over here, we're gonna fly you out for free, everything, give you a free dorm, all of that. We're gonna go the whole 9 yards because we finna change your life in some sort of way. No, they're not. They are not. I promise you. So, and also, I just want to say before I do leave, this wasn't genuine to begin with, because most, if not all of the content that Kai reacted to, where people sent them a video or was applying to the application, it was from famous streamers and content creators, my nigga, like DDG, Deshae Frost, fucking I Show Speed's brother. Like the nigga dropped like 5 clips about I Show Speed trying to get his brother and his brother trying to join Streaming University, my nigga. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all like that alone. The reactions alone. I looked at the nigga Kai Cenat's channel. The reactions alone, y'all should have knew. Him and his team don't really give a fuck about y'all. This is not genuine. It's really not. Maybe if Kai Cenat, maybe, like I said, maybe if it was up to Kai Cenat, maybe he would have had did something that could actually benefit small content creators. Maybe this is out of his hands, but like I said, he's a part of this, and the nigga he's co-signed it. His face is all over this shit. So even if it's not really up to you, nigga, it's up to you. Look at your fucking name. You're the dean of Streamer University. How the fuck are you something that you're not even? How the fuck are you something that you're not even something? Y'all, do y'all know he's not the dean of Streamer University? This is all just simply laugh, jokey, hee hee ha ha. The nigga doesn't even know who gets declined or accepted. The nigga doesn't even know who gets declined or accepted. Somebody is literally writing his name for him, forging his signature, and writing all this stupid shit. This ain't got shit. This is not Kai Cenat. The nigga then gave y'all souls to the hands of Hades, my guy. He's just the nigga to come collect it. Kai Cenat came and collected. But there's somebody that's above him that he has to give the souls to. This is not even him, my nigga. He didn't even write this. This shit was a scam from the start. As a matter of fact, let me not say it's a scam. But I mean, it kind of is. And if it's not a scam, shit, it's a great way to capitalize off the majority, capitalize off of the people. You know, another reason why they wanted to drop this is because they knew that Streaming University was going to be a big hit, because they know there's a lot of people that are doing content, that are small content creators, that want to place in the internet, that want to place on their platform, and that want to place on social media. So they knew that if we drop this, we're going to get a lot of money and a lot of revenue just off of the views and just off of the engagement from people seeing that we're opening up a college for small, and they advertise it for a reason. Small content creators and streamers, oh yeah, they're going to engage and do a lot of all this shit, and it's going to bring us a lot of revenue, a lot of money, and a lot of engagement, and a lot of attention just off us advertising that we want a whole bunch of small content and content creators and streamers to join our university. This is going to blow up. This is going to be the most trending topic and some more shit. Because I mean, Kai Cenat was running out of ideas. He didn't know what else to do on the stream. Last time we heard what that nigga wanted to do, he said, I want to invite Toby Maguire. That did not work out. So this seems like a great idea, don't you think? This seemed like a next big thing. Let me just open up a college and fake advertise to people that it's not really gonna actually be what I'm saying it making it out to be, but let me advertise to people that, hey, we're gonna help out small content creators. And you thought a nigga like me that heard you say that, but then also heard you in the same breath say that you're accepting big streamers and content creators too. You thought a nigga like me was just gonna look past that like a dumbass and not see right through that shit? So that's why they did this. They knew that it was gonna get a lot of engagement, and they knew that they was gonna be able to influence the masses. Y'all don't understand how much money and how much publicity and just how much y'all don't understand the kind of people that will call up Kai Cenat and his team wanting to pay them a certain amount of money and wanting to make them a part of something that maybe they didn't have access before because of this streamer university bullshit. Y'all don't understand that this is a way for them to get up in the world too. This is a way for them to capitalize off of. This is a way for Kai Cenat to capitalize off of. He opens one streamer university. What do you think is going to happen next? It might turn into an island. Might turn into a building. Next thing you know, he's going to rent out a skyscraper. But he can't rent out a skyscraper, can he? Can't buy a skyscraper. No, he can't. So you need money for that. What a perfect way to collect a check. Have a whole bunch of people streaming. Over 150, I might add. Because if you have over 150 big content creators and YouTubers and streamers, all that collaboration, that's a lot of streamers and content creators in one spot. That means there's going to be millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of people watching just you guys. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of people, probably a billion people watching you guys. Not the small content creators, you guys. And you know that. And that's money right there. A billion people tuning into the streams of all of y'all in total as a collective. Woo, y'all all gonna be getting a bag off of each other. But you know who ain't gonna get a bag? The small content creators. Y'all not getting shit. Y'all gonna get a little bit of airtime here and there, woody whoop whoop. And then right after that weekend is over, all the big streamers and content creators are gonna be like, yes, yo, what the fuck, bro? Kai, my stream went up to like 100K, my nigga, my shit damn near hit your shit. What the fuck? I'm like, yo, bro, I know, dude. You feel me? But it's cool though. It's cool though. You feel me? That's what I do. I look out for my people. Yeah, whatever the fuck. So while you going back home and you're on your channel and you probably only got 1,000 more subscribers, these niggas done hit how much? These niggas done got how much more famous? And niggas was making the excuse of trying to equate him allowing people to go that are big streamers and content creators to go to the university. They were equating it to somebody reapplying for college or school. Like What? Nigga, there's no correlation. There's nothing to be taught. These big streamers and content creators don't need to be taught. They already have their platform and community. They already have a buzz. There's nothing that needs to be taught. What are we talking about here? So, are big content creators and so I guess are big content creators and streamers incompetent? Are they not able to come up with new ways and new methods to make their content and their quality better? After these niggas already hit, like, how the fuck are you guys big streamers and content creators and you can't come up by yourself on your own to make your content better? And you've been doing this for how long? A lot of these niggas been doing this shit for years. And if you got famous overnight, if some of these motherfuckers got famous in just a year, if not a couple months, you really don't need the university. Cause nigga, you just got that shit. You just got it because you got it. You don't need to do anything. Just keep on going, nigga. Clearly luck is on your side. So no, it's not an equivalent. It's not an equivalent. There is no equivalency. Talking about, oh, well, even big streamers and still need that push or still need to learn and still needs some proper and still needs promotion and still need the what? Dude, it doesn't matter what they need. As long as they're there, whatever small content creators there is getting absolutely washed out of the fucking they're absolutely getting washed. They stand no chance. And also, just think about what you said. The big content creators and streamers are there to learn and also feed off of the content. What do you think is going to happen then? Well, I'll tell you. Most of the time, it's only going to be big content creators and streamers that are making the content and feeding off of the content. That's going to be the ones who's going to have to focus on. What do you not understand? So that means there is no small content creator that's going to be able to really get by anyway. No way. Have y'all lost your minds? How the fuck are they going to be able to focus on getting big streamers and content creators more successful and at the same time getting small content creators successful? They're not. This was a money grab. This was a PR scheme and a PR stunt. This was just to advertise. This was simply just an advertisement to gather up the masses, blind them and warp their minds so the big streamers and content creators can feed off of it and they could get fatter. You guys are stupid as fuck if you don't think there's people out there that are rich and famous already that don't want to get fatter and wouldn't mind to use in any way, shape, or form by any means to do it. If you don't think these motherfuckers wouldn't think of, hey, let's invite 150 small content creators so we could make content off of them and use it for ourselves. If you don't think that they didn't think of that and say that's why we want to invite small content creators that are nobodies that nobody ever heard of, you're absolutely ignorant. You're dumb. You're gullible. You're easily swayed. And I can clearly see it won't take much to hypnotize you. You're like Butters from South Park. You'll let a nigga blindfold you, tell you to get on your knees, and then say, open your mouth. I want you to taste something. And you'll open your mouth, and end up you have a whole dick in your throat. What is it? Don't worry about it, Butters. Just open your mouth. It's cool. I just want you to taste something real quick. It's cool. I just want you to taste something real quick. Keep the blindfold on. Keep it. No, damn it. You have to keep the blindfold on, Butters. You got a whole dick in your mouth. You niggas is butters. Kai Cenat and Streamer University is Cartman. Y'all got a dick in your mouth right now. So that's all I got to say. This clearly was a money grab. This clearly was just to use you guys for content. Uh, because there's value in the masses. Um, because if you tell the public something like, "Hey, yo, public, we want to do this for you, XOXOXO." Um, well, what do you think it happens? Well, obviously, whoever the person is that said that will get more of a buzz. They will get more of a following. They will get more support. After this, Kai Cenat, right during this, or I'm pretty sure during this, Kai Cenat views and streams, all of that shit went up because people feel like he's for the small creators. Oh my gosh, he's so for the people. He loves us. He wants us. He wants us to go to the college and be something. He wants us to be something. So that's all I got to say about this. This Streamer University was a money grab. Um, this shit was a complete publicity stunt. Yeah, this shit. Yeah, and I don't. And it's not like I got nothing against Kai. Can't say I fuck with him. I don't know the nigga. When I say I fuck with DDG or whatever it is, I be joking, y'all. Like, nigga, I do it for the content. I don't fuck with none of these people. I don't know them. I don't know them. Even when I'm talking on their situation, and even if it may seem like I'm on their side because there's probably something going on where I'm like, nah, that don't seem right. Just know it's not because I like them or I'm a fan. I'm a supporter at times, but I'm no fucking fan. And just because I'll tell the truth about something and give my opinions on something, give a thought or a theory about something, doesn't mean that I support that person in a manner of, oh my gosh, he's the Holy Grail. I love him. I'll kiss the ground he walks on. No. I just like to tell the truth and speak my mind about what I think and what I know. Most likely, probably factual. I just don't like the sugarcoat shit. Come on, man. Phantom left AMP. Whole bunch of shit like. But, hey, man. I see y'all on another video. I know this was long. An hour and 3 minutes. But I had to get this out. I had to talk to y'all about this. I had to speak on this. Because I know this is exactly what is true. So, yeah, other than that, shout out to you niggas. Salute.